Hey, what's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Well, we're on a market watch today. Guys, before we begin the market watch, I just want to say I might not have a market watch coming up for the next week, maybe even 2 weeks. My father has some medical issues and he lives in Florida, and I'm about to take a 12-hour drive down to Florida. Now, I'll bring my iPad, my iPhone, my MacBook. I'll bring all that stuff, but I don't know if I'll be able to create content. I need to take care of my own man, and hopefully you guys understand. If you guys do like this video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. I feel like there's 3 types of Yu-Gi-Oh players. There's Yu-Gi-Oh players who are just waiting, seeing what happens, getting that Trump check, and still waiting till the meta pronounces itself, till we can go back to stores and play Yu-Gi-Oh. And then we got Yu-Gi-Oh players that are just sitting there going, I want to buy this Emancipator deck. I can never say the name right. I want to buy the deck, and I don't care what happens. I'm going to build it, buy it, put it aside, and be ready the second local starts up. And then you have your 3rd type of Yu-Gi-Oh player that's buying ultimate rares, buying the valuable cards. And in this video, we're going to cover a bunch of those cards all over the place. But what I think is very important is I want to know what kind of players you guys are. What are you doing? Are you going in and buying? Are you working on maybe just a 4th category? Those who are just building casual decks. And I would love to know, guys, in the comment section down below. Personally speaking, I want to get max rarity stuff. I'm a big fan of high rarity, but I do have Emancipators almost fully built. I'm missing 2 researchers, and to be honest with you, I'm not gonna buy them yet until I know that I have a meta to go bring this deck towards. But I have a majority of the decks, so I can put it together. And even though I'm gonna be down in Florida, I'm probably gonna be playing around with that deck and figuring it out and seeing how it works. But it looks really good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Look at Emancipator Researcher with a current $53 market price. The value is stabilizing roughly around $54 to $55. It's not really changing much in value. Of course it's not. This is a great card. Don't get me wrong. And it's a great deck. But is it worth this high price point? Well, without no current Yu-Gi-Oh meta, structured Yu-Gi-Oh meta, the answer currently is no. But I do think there's a chance everything could be reopened for locals soon, within a month or 2. And if that does happen, this will be more than likely one of the best decks to bring. I'll talk about Eldritch in a second, but the big difference between Eldritch and Emancipators, this is actually relatively inexpensive compared to Eldritch currently. That can change though. Looking at Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line, it's a 1-up in a deck with a $9 current market price, and the unlimited copies are at 9. And if you want a first edition version, that's also at 9. But there's only this many listings for unlimited near mint. Yes, there's an 8 wall and a 43 wall, but it's a rare out of Primal Origins, and it's a lot of money. And I have another card I want to show you that might be hitting this number as well really soon. That currently is like $1. Also, in Mecha Phantom Beast O-Line, oddly enough, Yu-Gi-Oh players in their infinite wisdom are just going off and buying Mecha Phantom Beast token Haralad. This came out at OTS Pack 9 with a $3 market price. It's actually at $10 for a token. That's not even the correct card. That's not even the correct card to go with O-Line, but they're like, pick one of 3. Let's buy out Haralad. I personally think that's a horrible choice, but hey, to each his own. I mean, you also have Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosack, but that also has maintained a pretty good value. With a $4 current market price, Dracosack is at almost near $5 for shipping for this token. And of course, you have Mega Raptor, $3 market price. It's about $3. Almost near $4 with shipping. I don't understand why these tokens are going up in value. I have zero idea. I think it's hilarious and bad at the same time. If you're in there and you're going, gotta buy my Mecha Phantom Beast token. Why? There's no reason to buy these. It makes no sense. There are way cheaper tokens in this game. And to be honest with you, these don't really last long. And they're not even, none of these are O-Line tokens. That's Mega Raptor, Dracosack, and Haralad. They're not O-Line tokens. But somehow someone said, I'm buying the crap out of Haralad. No one stopped me. And everyone's like, okay. Then you have Go Gigas. Now, this is a card I think has the potential to go up in value. It's being played as a 3-of in the Emancipators. Currently at Alot and Galaxy, the only printing that's rare, with a 71-cent market price. We are seeing the card move up. It's about $1.17 with 7-8 shipping included. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's 2 pages on TCG Player. Looking at the second page, it bombs out at about $5, 18 cents with $5 shipping. But it bombs out at $5 for this card. I can easily see this card hitting higher and higher value if we was to get announced. Yu-Gi-Oh local starting to open up soon. This value, the speculation is all based off whether or not we start going to locals, we start going to regionals, we start going to any event that Konami throws our way, and that's all it's based on. If we wait all the way until August for the Yu-Gi-Oh day thing, let's be honest with you, if there's still lockdowns happening, will not happen. If we wait till August, there's a good chance the value of this whole deck core plummets heavily. Do I think that's going to happen? You asked me a day or two ago, I probably would have said yes. But looking at the way it is and looking at the news, I think there's a good chance within 2 months we can start returning to locals. Hopefully I'm right. And even more rider, the fact that's not even a real word, by the way, rider, but whatever. Next month we can return to locals, hopefully. But I think within 2 months we'll be seeing Yu-Gi-Oh players starting to go to locals and playing Yu-Gi-Oh again. It's gonna be so long for stores to be closed. I think the economy is forced to stay open. A little bit of a newsflash about the situation. Do I think the lockdown should have occurred? No, in fact, I think we should have had a quarantine, a 1 month quarantine, just rip the band-aid off quickly, and after 1 more quarantine, we start returning people. That's my little take on that, but you guys don't want to hear about it. Let's unbox some cardboard. All right, so up next, guys, Natura Beast is an option that the deck can go into as well. Looking at Natura Beast with a $54 current market price, it's at $84, and after that one's gone to about $85. Now you can still get the Hidden Option 2 secret rare versions with a $9 market price. First edition is gonna run you about $16-15 for unlimited. You got the Ultra Rare Legend Collection 5Ds. It's about $2, not bad. The Gold Series one's about $1. The Dual Power one's probably one of the newest ones, the newest releases we got. It's about $1, which is pretty good for an Ultra Rare and dual power. Then we have the Natura Barkian at DT3. Now, the market price is $18. You got a lightly played about 21, a near mid about 22. Can I just tell you right now, this is going to spike up soon as well. Whether or not Yu-Gi-Oh players are going, I believe in this meta opening soon. I believe we're going to meta, we're going to be able to play these cards or anything. Barkion's gonna go up in value. I mean, it's a great card against Eldritch. It's an Earth card that only, Earth decks. Oh, wait a minute, and Emancipators can go into this. Now, you might have been seeing the Natura Barkion Gold Series off the mine buyout. It's about $14.50, and the market price realistically is about $18 and $19. That's nice. The dual toner one's higher, and I mentioned this in my previous market watch. The reason why DT3 dual toner version of Barkion was the one to go with, and now we're seeing it go up in value. Of course, you got the Hidden Optional Secret Rare. It's like $15 for Secret Rare with a $5 market price. An Ultra Rare Legend Collection 5Ds with a $4.50 market price. Wrong. That's $13 to $15. Even on gold version, which is a $3 market price, that's at $7 to $8, almost $9 for this card. So once again, the market is slowly absorbing this card. I don't feel like nobody's buying the big money card, of course not, because of the situation we're currently in. But the market is slowly absorbing this card as a whole, and that means every listing is going up in value. And I'll tell you right now, if we do wait until August until we can go back and return to stores and play at Yu-Gi-Oh events, what we're gonna be seeing is buyouts like this happen. No more buyout that's gonna be the most expensive card gets bought out and everything else it's and then no value. Okay, no more of that. It's the market's gonna slowly absorb everything like a sponge is what we're gonna see as far as the buyouts. That's our new buyout market until we get confirmation of a competitive game of us returning to locals. And the minute we do return to locals, I think the buyouts gonna return as normal. Barkion DT3 Ultra Rare be the high version. Natura Barkion from Haunted Mine Ghost version will be the second highest, and then everything else is gonna have a couple of bucks at best. But right now, that's what we're dealing with. So, looking at Eldritch, the Golden Lord, at Secret Slaves, with a $79 market price. The card is currently $81. Now, I gotta say, this is a great deck, and I'm really excited about this deck. It looks really fun. I love my control trap decks. I love trap cards. They're really fun to play with. The problem is, so I did a live stream the other day, and by the way, if you want to be a part of the live streams, hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. Just make sure you do that so you're part of the live streams. Make sure it says all notifications. Some of them just say uploads only. It has to be all notifications so you get notified about my live streams. I'll try to do a live stream when I'm in Florida. Real quickly, guys, one other thing. I'm going to be doing podcasts as well on the way to Florida and throughout Florida. It's just easier to do. I could do it while I'm driving. I have my phone, have the little headphones on it. It makes it 1, 2, 3. So if you want to listen to podcasts, click in the description down below. I have Spotify, Apple, iTunes, as well as direct to Anchor. And also, if you're buying the TCG Player, description, TCG Player links, buy away. But looking at Eldritch the Golden Lord, well, someone asked me last night on my live stream. They're like, V, is this card good for zombies? And even though it's a zombie, it's necessarily not good for zombies. See, zombies realistically just play mid-range, but this is more of a controlled kind of card. And we're looking at deck lists of Eldritch decks that are coming out, from online tournaments, and they're more control cards. I mean, they run like Crackdown and stuff. That's not a card you really run in a mid-range deck, but you definitely see it in control decks. So I think Eldritch is not necessarily good for zombies. It's more or less good for pure control decks, and this is a phenomenal card for that. Now, this card's more expensive. Like I said, with Emancipators, they're a lot cheaper as a good tier 1 deck. And looking at Eldritch, I think it's also, one could argue it's a good tier 1 deck, but it's very expensive. So looking at Eldritch to go to Lord, like I said, it's roughly around $81. But this is not just one of the expensive cards. This is not just the most expensive cards. This is only one of the most expensive cards. Because looking at Pot of Extravagance out of Savage Strike, this also is a relatively expensive card still. We haven't gotten the reprinted yet. Pot of Extravagance out of Savage Strike with an $83 market price, wrong, is at $82. After that one sold, $86. So it's a name mint by a guy with 7 sales, bunch of low sellers, and they got a guy 105 sales, 87. Then for first edition versions, you're looking at roughly around $88 for Pot of Extravagance. That is the correct price for this card. And the reason why it's going up so much in value, obviously, because it works so good with Eldritch. Now, you still want to play cards that Constellar Pleiades. Oh, by the way, that's going up in value. Dota 7 Constellar Pleiades is currently holding a $22 market price, but it's realistically at $32 to $34. If you want the secret version hidden at Arsenal 7 with a $3 market price, sure, but it's not $3. That bad boy is going to run you about $11. And then if you want other versions like Shadow for Rare, they're like $2 to $3, and every other version is just $1. Even the Gold Rare, it's $1. Who cares? Gold Rare, right? But looking at this, they run 2 of these in their build because they can go into this. They can modify the board to create Constellar Pleiades. So not only do you have like traps on the board, you know, compliments of your boy Eldritch, but you got plays on board going, put something on board and see how fast it gets smacked back to your hand. So it's really good. Another thing so when people were talking to me on my live stream last night was Magician's Soul is also starting to go back up in value, which kind of shocked me, to be honest with you. Holding an $89 market price, Magician's Soul is stabilizing at near $90. Now, do I think this card has potential to go up in value? Yes. Do I think it needs a reprint? Even more so, yes. In fact, I think it needs a reprint so badly, and Konami needs to address this reprint so badly, they better put this card in the Megatons. Before you go, wait a minute, V, this ain't gonna make it into the Megatons. You might have been right, except we have Dragon, which belongs in no main set, core set, a world premiere being put into the Megatons. Now, I'm not saying that, that we're gonna get a bunch of cards going in the Megatons that's not from the exact state they're supposedly coming out from. No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying is Konami has a history of seeing a very expensive card and sooner or later reprinting that card. And I think this card needs to be reprinted in the Megatons. Could they ignore this card being high in value? Absolutely. I mean, it's a legendary duelist card. The odds of Konami ignoring this card and going, oh, fight amongst the wolves, that's a real possibility. But I do think this is a great reprint target for Konami, as they want to reset the entire meta and start the game over with a new tier 1 deck coming at the end of the year with the new season. More than likely, that was most likely going to happen. Blech. Alright, then we have Portal Savage Dragon at a Savage Strike with a $56 market price, and it's not. I mean, you guys see what we oh no, not the Japanese one. These guys. $50 for unlimited. Name and first is about $54. To be 100% honest with you, when the card was at $40, I said buy it as fast as possible. Now that it's even at $54 with a $56 market price, I want you to scale that back. If you can sell it, sell it. If your deck doesn't need it, get rid of it. And the reason why is because we're getting the 2020 Megaton soon, and this is probably one of the best reprint targets in the 2020 Megaton, arguably. Yes, you can say Pot of Extravagance, even though it's getting a reprint. Yes, you can say Phantasme, it already has a cheap reprint, by the way. But Mortal Savage Dragon does not have a reprint. This card needs to be put into the Megatons. And a little fun fact, more likely is going to be put into the Megatons. One of my favorite cards out of Dual Overload, and there's not many of them as far as like potential future value, right out the gate is Relinquish Anima. This card's insane. This card didn't see any play because Instant Fusion got hit, so you can play so like, well, there goes Relinquish Anima. But this is still a great card. With a current $4 market price, the card's literally undervalued unless you want to include shipping, but it's around $3 to $4 for Relinquish Anima. To be honest with you, I think this card's highly underrated. I think this card has a lot of potential, and I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to start seeing that once the meta shifts, and which is in this card's favor, which is more than likely going to happen. I own 3 of these. I'm going to try to get another 6 from my RO9. I'm telling you right now, don't sleep on Relinquish Anima. Take it, or you're going to need an enema. I just want to fit that word in. I don't know how that works. Anyway, guys, so going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, there are those who are buying ultimate rares, and I feel like that's a great idea when done correctly. Because even though Ultimate Rares will at least maintain decent value and not go up in value in the future, there are ways to lose money in Ultimate Rares. I mean, Ultimate Rare market is still its own market. Cards go up in value, go down in value. Is it as fast as the competitive meta market? No, nowhere near as fast. But it does go up and down in market. I mean, look at Regeki. Ultimate Rare at an OTS Pack 2 with a $32 market price. It's roughly around 34. It's not a bad price, to be honest with you, for this card. With only 16 price listings, wouldn't be surprised if this is a good target for people to go in and buy. Regeki is always going to be a good card. And unless the game gets rid of Regeki, it's still going to be maintained being a good card. Harpy's Featherduster for your opponent's monsters. Amazing card. Okay, Curse the Light Monarch with a $24 market price, about $20. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not really showing any play. You know I'm a huge Monarch fan. Fog King is a card you need to sell. $15 current price point with a $12 market price. This card gets hyped sporadically, goes up in value, and realistically nobody knows when to sell it. You should sell this card, it's worthless. It can have potential in the future, possibly, but not at $15 holding that card. It's not a good hold. You got cards like Master Hero Dark Law. Now, if you know anything by watching my videos, we know the hero market with Ultimate Rares are insane. If it's Ultimate Rare and it's cheap in the hero market, buy it. And the reason I say that is because it doesn't take much for hero players to go, yep, bought that bad boy out. Dark Law at one point was cleanly bought out on the market, and to buy out an Ultimate Rare in the market, I'm not sure if you guys know that, it's insanely difficult. But hero players don't care about difficulty, they just do it. They're like ants and termites, but if they join the forces to rip apart the market. Look at that Master of Dark Law currently in the market with OTS One Pack 1, $142 market price, unlimited about $139. To be honest with you, I would not be surprised if this card goes down a little bit, but it's always going to maintain good value because it says one thing: hero. Any Ultimate Rare hero card, by the way, just any. At one point, Master Hero Dark Law was $50, by the way. It's a little history lesson. Vanity's Fiend, currently with a $24 market price, is roughly around $30 to $35, and to be honest with you, it's gonna go higher. Only 5 price listings, by the way. This is a great Ultimate Rare. Battle for Artemis is at $19 with a $17 market price. This will go lower. We know this because Fairy Control isn't looking to be good. We don't see any future support for pure Fairy Control that abuses Battle for Artemis, so its value will go down. Then we got Swap Frog, $99 market price, about $105. Or Lightning Storm. So I think Swap Frog is in a really tricky position because I feel like this is a great card, but it's still very expensive. We know that Water's not really doing much looking at the results from online tournaments, and it's only online tournaments. Until we get physical Yu-Gi-Oh, there's no like cement of what our meta is. Just want to throw it out there for you guys. If we're looking at online tournaments and you're like, oh, that's the meta, it's not. Unless we know physical Yu-Gi-Oh, physical tournaments, we have zero idea what the meta is. We have a good understanding of what it can be, but nothing other than that. Looking at Swap Frog, I feel like Water was going to be good, but then the ban list happened, and now we know it's not going to happen. This should go down in value. Will it? Don't know. I mean, if you're holding Ultimate Rare Swap Frog, do you sell? I would have sold if I was you. Speaking of Terratot with a $29 market price, is that $29? And I have no idea how to call this card. Can it go up? Absolutely. I mean, look at the ban, so it can unlock this card. Can it go down? Well, it's stable, but it can. Then Super Quantum Mecha Beast Grand Pulse, long name, $14 market price, about $14-15. It's a good card, I guess. I own one, no more, no less. At one point, it was like $4 for this card. That's when I got it. But there are good Ultimate Rares, but you have to gauge them properly. Don't just close your eyes and go Ultimate Rare, buy them all out. Don't do that. That's a bad way to go in. There are good Ultimate Rares with good value, and there are actually bad Ultimate Rares. Most of the rares will have stable value. I mean, look at Spirit Terratop and Super Quantum Mecha Beast Grand Pulse. They have stable value, meaning that they're blue chip stocks. They're not going to go up too high, not going to go down too high. That can always change within a snap of Konami's finger, but that's currently state of all these Ultimate Rares. There's Ultimate Rares that can go higher in value, like we're seeing with cards like Ultimate Rare Regeki, that's going a little bit higher than its current market price, and I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to go high. And then we have other Ultimate Rares that have just huge potential. I mean, like Vanity's Fiend, insanely huge potential. So you got to gauge that Ultimate Rare market the same way you gauge competitive market. Can it see play? Can it show use? Will it have value? How many is in the market? How many is out there on eBay and other websites? You have to factor all this in before you go ahead and make your purchase. As far as meta cards, and playing cards like Eldritch and playing cards like Adamantipator's, well, that's really up to you. Like I said, I have my Eldritch deck. I actually got it right here. My Eldritch deck. I have a couple of cards proxied. I don't care. I'm just using it as a resource and a tool to practice. It's always going to be sharp as a Yu-Gi-Oh player on the game state, on the meta. So when you finally get to go to locals and everyone's figuring out, well, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh since last locals, when they do that, that's a free win. And why not start locals off in a horrible situation we were coming from with a free win? It always feels good. And that's the way to do it. And if you're sitting out there just going, I'm waiting, I don't blame you at all, by the way. I think waiting is also a phenomenal option. Because while waiting, you're just sitting there selling cards, getting store credit, or getting money in your bank account by TCG player, getting that trump check put to the side. And when a brand new meta arises, and you get you have the opportunity to buy any deck list, you didn't invest nothing in it, you didn't gamble on any deck, you're just gonna go ahead and buy the best deck. So there's a lot of options to gauge, and I'll tell you right now, my options are a little bit of everything. But I do think that hopefully we're able to start returning to playing locals, and we'll start returning to playing cards. I think that's very important. I think the economy, for since we're at the end of the video. By the way, end of the video, subscribe, hit the like button. Okay, since we're in the economy, in the state of the economy where it's like, all right, you can't have locals closed for 2, 3, 4 months. It just can't happen. And that's only local stores. I'm not talking about other mom and pop shops. It just cannot happen. Free loans, yeah, sure, okay. Government gives free stuff out, really? There's always a catch. But what I will say is, I think with locals opening up early, you still have to take the extra precaution with your face mask and your gloves. It's very important to do that. But I do think we'll have a locals open before August. I do think without the Konami Yu-Gi-Oh! World Celebration will still happen. I do think all this will happen as long as everything virus-wise goes down. And what we're seeing is it more than likely is going to be going down. So continue to buy on TCG Player. Continue to support your shop by buying the guys, not the girls, I'm sorry, the guys with the check mark. Those are your shops. Buy from those guys only, because that helps keep those stores open, and that helps keep those open when, more importantly, you return to go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Hopefully that's like my new setup. I'm going to be going down to Florida for a week or two. I'm going to be ordering stuff online. When I get back, I'm going to have my new computer and better setup, and hopefully a new microphone and all that stuff by then. So I'm really excited to returning back from August. Of course, August from Florida. Hopefully my father, recovers well and everything like that after, when I'm leaving him, of course, make sure he's good to go. But if all that's good, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see a whole new setup and an amazing stream. Hope you guys like the quality of this video. I'm trying to upload the videos in better quality. I bought a 4K monitor. I'm trying to upgrade the quality of content I have, as well as some new things I'm working on in the background for this channel, a brand new type of content. I don't think realistically has been done to the level at which I want to do it for, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day and a safe day. See you later, Paisanos.